What's going on, tycoons? Hope everyone's had a good weekend and you are ready for this upcoming week of insane volatility. All right. I'm going to give you guys an update today. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to go through one of the traders updates in the Discord. All right. We recently just got one of our best traders back. He was on a deployment, and now he's back in the States, and we're able to get his input and analysis. Not only does my analysis come in the OTT Discord, but we have other admin traders. And Buddha is one of the most people that I learned a lot from in the very beginning of my trading. So we're going to take a look at his charts. All right. Right now, what we're looking at is the S&P 500 index. We're looking at the monthly chart right here. All right. So SPX, the current price was 35.83. The weekly 200 moving average 35.94, and the monthly 50 moving average is at 35.54. 50% retracement from the 2020 low is 3,500, which is where we bounced at on Thursday. And we had a huge bounce at this 50% retracement level, and it's right here. Okay, it's this green zone, the 0.5 and the 0.618. This is kind of what's known as the golden pocket, right? And this is where people typically in the past start buying. Okay, is in between these areas. And the 0.618 is actually the number itself on the golden ratio. I just did a Fibonacci video that you should really check out, where it explains all of this stuff and goes over how and why it works. But so what we're looking at is we're seeing that we're holding some support here. Okay. Now we had a 5-wave move up, right? And we're looking at a potential 3-wave move down to take us to the bottom of this channel. Okay. This is a bull channel from the COVID lows. All right, and as you can see, we're starting to face resistance at the middle of this channel here. All right, that's very important, and it's a very key level of resistance that we're going to be facing. Now, it doesn't mean we can't break through it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through a bull scenario and a bear scenario. All right, so the bull scenario, after the rally on Tuesday and the retrace on Friday, a lot of bulls thought we'll see a bounce at the 0.5 retracement from Thursday's lows to Friday's morning's high. Instead, we saw a deeper retracement and almost touched the 618. But because it didn't touch the 618, this is why I'm biased to both ways. As it sits right now, there's a long setup for SPX. Bulls wanted a 0.5 retracement and they got it. However, they were expecting a drop down to the 618. There's so much that needs to happen to get that rally next week. First, it needs to gap up and run. Second, SPX needs 3601 and it needs to close and hold 3601. Keep in mind for ES, which is the S&P 500 futures, SPX, which is the S&P 500 itself, and then you have the SPY, which is the smaller ETF. It's in a very dangerous zone right now. Bulls will need to fight to keep it up because bears will be short any and every pop. If SPX holds 3601, then it opens up a window to make a new high targeting Friday's high. All right. And so if we look at the chart here, this is what we mean, right? This is that 618 level that we were just cents away from, that we didn't hit, where bulls are looking to step in, right? So what happens is we could get a move up, all right, and then a move down back to the 0.5 right at 3601. So that's why we're saying we need to hold 3601. So if we can close above there, come back, retrace, and hold the line there, all right, then we could potentially head back up to 3716. And that would be the retracement of the move. All right. If once we come up there, all right, we are expecting a big move back to the downside, and eventually to break the 3580 level. All right, so we're looking to see if we can get a push up to 36. All right, 3600 and potentially 3628. That's going to be a major resistance level where we're expecting some pullbacks. And if it does pull back, it has to hold that 3601 level. And if it does, then it has a really good chance of possibly heading back up to 3716. Let's just call it the 3700 range. All right, and what that would do is it would form a diamond bottom. All right, so and this is a pattern right here. All right, this is the pattern. Boom, boom, and then that's kind of what's known as a diamond pattern. All right, so we could see that, right, or we could have the bear case, right, where we've got a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, wave 3 down, wave 4, wave 5, and if we see that, then what we need to do is break through here. All right. So we'll go over through the bear scenario. If we gap down below 35.68, it's going to be very painful for any bulls. It's possible we've completed wave 2 on Friday and started wave 3 down. If we open below 35.68, 3,500 will act as a magnet. 3,500 is the 0.5 retracement from 2020's lows to this year's highs. 3,500 is where we gap down and bounce from on Thursday. Below 3,500, then that is confirmation that SPX will make its way to 3,000. Right. And that's really what we're looking at right here. Okay. So, we've got our move down here, 2 up, right? And then we're looking for wave 3. Wave 3s are always very large and aggressive. Okay. So the bear case, this thing would drop down to about 3,200 is where we would see the end of wave 3. If you're watching CNBC, if you're watching any of these smart money investors, right, and hedge fund people talking, market makers, they're all saying that we're going to come down to the 3,300, 3,200 level on SPX. Now some people think it could fall lower. All right, but that's why we have this on our charts, and there's a lot of different ways to come up with this. But in particular, we're using the Elliott wave strategy in this video, and I'm not too much of an expert on the Elliott wave, which is why we're going through Buddha's analysis. All right, because Buddha is just a master of the Elliott waves, and he's been making 10K a day ever since he got back. All right, just by strictly using the Elliott waves. So I wanted to go over them for you guys so that you guys can see what we're looking at and what we're expecting. We're always prepared to play the bull case or the bear case. So, hopefully you found something valuable in this video. Make sure to subscribe and smash the like button if you did. And I do viewer requests on individual stocks and also cryptocurrencies every week. So if you have any cryptos, any stocks you want me to analyze for you, make sure to let me know down in the comment section.